das nicht compilen und finde deswegen...
All right. How's it going today, everyone? Welcome. We're back. Got a lot of stuff to do on Zeem, and holy crap, is it even more than I thought it was. But for those of you that don't know, Zeem is our new XMPP library, which doesn't work yet, but we're trying to make it work by the end of March to get into Pidgin 3. Experimental 2. Experimental 2. Thank you, Holy Roman Empire, for the 6 months. Greatly appreciate it. How you doing, Swills? Welcome. Those who don't know Swills, he's another programming streamer here on Twitch. He does also play some games occasionally, but he's been working on an orchestration tool for the Beehive Hypervisor on BSD. So if that sounds interesting to you, be sure to give him a follow. So I just noticed we apparently don't have a way to get the body out of a message in Zeem, which is obviously a problem. So yeah. How the fuck is this supposed to work? So we do add element with language. This is okay, whatever collection we passed in, we look at the language. What do we actually store this in? I don't know why we do that, but okay. Okay, so it's a hash table. Wait, what? What part's the problem? That we don't have a way to get the body of a message? Yeah, I know. Where was... Okay, so we called it bodies. And we have a list for the order of them for some reason, but that doesn't make sense because we now have them in a G pointer array. I wrote this so long ago. How long ago did I write this? Okay, well, version 0. It was in there. Or 14. That was March 2023, so 2 years ago I wrote most of that. And which is why I don't remember it at all. Oh, and then in 14 when we renamed it to Zim, which was November of 2023. Originally it was named Dodo. Currently writing a JavaScript TypeScript extension for DirectOS that integrates with Discogs. It's not coming together the way you want to. Currently 6 weeks past your self-imposed deadline. That's not good. Yeah, we're on a 3-month release cadence for Pidgin 3 releases right now. And we're trying to get... So our next release is Experimental 2. The Experimental series is meant for as like a pre-preview. Like everything could change, but it's like, hey, we are live. We are working on stuff. Pidgin 3 is very much a real thing. But it's not meant for end users yet. It's not even meant for third-party developers yet. I mean, if you want to try, sure, but like I'm not trying to make any API guarantees at all. So yeah. Yep, that's what everybody says. Like, we're still here, we're still alive. Like, how's it going, J-Ty? Welcome, welcome. Oh, this takes forever to load. Like, we are even, like, you can, if you're running Flatpak, stop using IRC. Well, we do more than IRC. How's it going, Ivanhoe? Welcome, welcome. Holy shit, come on, GNOME software. So right now we're only targeting Linux at the moment. We're planning on doing Mac and Windows. We just, there's only so many resources we have, so much time we can spend and stuff. So we're focusing on getting everything working on Linux because that's what we use. So there is a Flatpak for Pidgin 3. You'll see this has a very different icon than the old one. This is the new one, but it is in Flatpak or FlatHub Beta. It is not on normal FlatHub. But it's you could go and install Experimental 1 right now, but we are working on Experimental 2, which is due out March 31st. And my goal is to get another protocol in, which is why we're trying to get link local messaging or Bonjour chat up and running. So the problem here is, how the shit do I want to get a body out here? And I don't remember why. Okay, hold on. We need to go to RFC 6120. There's a link right there. Yeah, I heard they're finally killing Skype, which is good. Is MSN data. So I'm wondering if they will update this. Because Skype basically replaced MSN, and now Teams has replaced Skype. So, yep. All right. Message semantics. All message standards will possess a 2 attribute specified intent. See H1. Well, that's a 2 attribute. There's a thing that actually describes the whole message format and what it's supposed to have. It's not like semantics. Oh, this isn't... Wait, there's an XSD here for this? Oh, I did not know this. This is actually handy. Where is message? Complex type, sequence. Subject, body, thread. All these are any number of them. And then we look for... Oh, okay, yeah, that's a choice. You can take one of those any of those times. And then there could be an error, or one error as well, and that's what's in the sequence. Okay, then there's from, ID, to, and type. Why is there a type in here? Yeah, that's what I just said. Teams has been where they want to go. So, what's the idea with the message types? From, ID, to, do we even have that stuff in here? Oh, I think this is in Stanza. Stanza has a bunch of properties. From to ID and lang. From to ID. I don't know what type is supposed to be here. Supposed to be chat air, group chat, headline, normal. Okay, type is definitely a thing here. Type air. Let's try message. It's probably not going to match much. Type air. Yeah, just the one. Maybe there's more in 6121. No, alright, yeah, there's definitely a type in here we're not handling. Imagining the grandchildren trying to explain to their grandparents it's not Skype anymore. We now have to use MS Teams. Oh God. Yeah, that's a bummer. All right, so we're missing type here. Oh no, we have content type already. Oh wait, no, that's on Stanza. What is content type? I might have renamed it type or content type to make it easier, but maybe I didn't. I mean, if you're just using Teams for like video calls and you're sending links around, it's not horrible. But if you're using Teams for everything else, good luck. That's what I'll say. All right. I guess let's start here. This is gonna suck, but it's okay. We're gonna modernize the unit test because that needs to be done too. All right, those are fine. A lot of these are it's not that they're wrong, it's that they're just not doing stuff quite right. Okay, assert finalize object. Oh, this is the extension stuff though. This stuff is not done and doesn't work right. Okay, assert finalize object. Okay, that's fine. That's good enough. Extension map. I don't care about that right now. Input stream. All right, so we got a couple ways to make this easier. We're gonna say G main context iterate null false. That test should still pass. It's input stream. Input stream. Is it iteration? It is iteration. Okay, yep. So the test still passes. We're just, we're getting rid of a lot of the BS that we didn't need before. The timeout closeback and quit callback, those are gone. Loops not used on 55. Whatever. Okay. This is the kind of modernization stuff, right? It's much easier when this stuff's here and updated right away. G assert finalize object. This is probably going to fail. That's okay. Actually, it depends. That might be right. Input stream is the yeah, that's right. No, what? Oh, is this because we didn't close the stream? Um, I spelled stream wrong. What is it? Null? Or, error? Cancelable and then an error. Where are we using ret? Oh, right there. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Oh. Stream is outstanding operations. All right. Well, look at the rest of this, then we'll deal with that. What happens when we close the input stream? Oh, yep. Wait, what? Oh, input stream is the Zeem stream. Okay, so this should go this way. I've got those backwards, how I normally like to do this, but yeah. Yeah, family tech support sucks. Regardless. The way I like to do this is that since these are our variables, they don't need extra definition, but like this is an input stream from, you know, it's a G input stream, so it's an input stream, right? That's why its name is that way. '68. Yeah. Where 104. No, yeah. I don't want you to be, but okay. Stream is outstanding operation. Okay, so we're back to where we were, where we expected to be. Do we want to flush first? But I thought Zeem input stream had a close. Like it has to, or maybe we just didn't implement it. Oh no, it's a Zeem stream. Yield best operator from hell phrase UI for user interface as interfacing with users still applies. Yes. Very much so. Okay, yeah, this is just an object. This is not a thingamadoodle. What didn't we read? Right, closes and mid. Oh, this is a problem because we don't have a stop or anything. We have a start method, but we don't have a stop. Yeah. That should be false. If we return valid fail Zeem. Is it no. Drive running funny. So if this is false, or if this is not, no. If this is true, if this is not true, we return false with an error there. That's fine, right? Okay. Then what we want to do is G. Sure. We do want to flush a stream now. G input stream flush, I think. No, you only flush on output streams. Alright, so first thing we're going to do, we're going to kill the cancelable. If G is cancelable, drive cancel. Oh, no, we don't have it. That's... Cancelable is it's a property of the parent. Yep. Okay. Then we cancel it. Then we say ret equals G input stream close. Yeah. We're not going to be able to cancel the close. We already canceled this. We're getting out of here. We're dying. Actually, we should say if is cancelable and not is canceled. I'm going to rework that, but yeah. Prime input null error. Oh, yeah, we should just be able to do this. Okay, we need... There is a reset. I don't know that we're resetting it at start. If G is cancelable. Okay. Input stream.h. Just the error. Stops and input stream and closes closes its backing stream. Oh, I didn't actually even call the thing, but it doesn't matter because it broke anyway. Alright, what else do we bust? Oh, did I really make it static? That'll be a problem. Yep. Jeez, whole bunch of broken shit. Multiple storage class detection specifies... What? Oh, I said G input stream. Right, I didn't fix this. This should be... Zeem input stream stop. Yep. And then in input stream... Nope. Yep. We have the static here. That needs to go in. I spelled cancelable wrong on 402. Uh, 104 in the test. This should now be input. Oh, right. That doesn't get cast here. All right. We still have outstanding operations. So the memory input stream. Where the hell did close get called? Oh, okay. Because we closed the stream there. That should have closed everything and gone from there. Oh, we should check that here. No, I don't know where this is. Wait, what? We had a Zeem input stream close? What the fuck does this do? Oh, well, that's dumb. Right, I didn't even get the right thing. That's fine. Ret. What was the other parameter there? I'm guessing it was an error? Yeah. Oh, I want to look for close. Alright, so we're past the pending operation because we actually closed stuff now. Um, 。Which weak pointer are we on? 108. Right. I didn't actually mean to GDB, but okay. We're still at 109. How is this still here? Unless the input stream is not killing the where's the finalize? See, this is why we do this. Because we never cleared the input stream. We still got weak pointers not set on 109. Well, we should have gotten that right here. We should have killed it. Confused. Okay, that should be fine. Oh, I guess in reality we should be doing this here. What? Hmm. What am I missing here? It looks like we died on 74, right? No, we died on 100. So how do we get to here? Oh, because we should be dying here? This stream? Yeah. Oh, right. How are, what? This doesn't make sense. So on start, oh, we should probably do that for the, yeah. Oh, it's fine. Let's go to Analyst Server. Yeah, I've been trying to do Friday day streams. Just it hasn't worked out a lot lately. But the goal has been to do day streams for me on Friday. Um, oh, I guess we should maybe put that here. Like, that's still not going to help. I'm not understanding how we hit this path at all. So I got called on 83. Or whatever. Then we hit the main context iteration. Yep, day stream. Ooh. This is in start. This shouldn't matter, but let's do that just to rule it out. Yes, I'm in the U.S. Specifically, I'm in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. That is no secret to anybody. Alright, that didn't matter. Oh, I meant to comment that. Nope. This doesn't make any sense, man. So, like, the close signal should have been called, which means this should already be stopped. which means we should get a different error, but that's not what we're getting at all. Yeah, my home directory is back to ZFS. I need to. I've got a stupid problem I have to figure out though. Apparently, so when my home directory was ZFS before, everything just magically kind of worked, including getting a password prompt at startup and stuff. That's not working now, and everyone's like, "Oh, you have to add a load keys systemd service," and I'm like, "I didn't have to do that before." So whatever. Right now I've been doing it by hand. So like I boot up, I get stuck into like dropped into like a maintenance shell. I then ZFS load key, and then ZFS mount, and then init 5, and then I can get to and then I boot fine. So I was having really, really bad disk performance, and I needed to rule out that ZFS was a problem or not. So I moved to Btrfs for my home directory for that, but it turns out the problem was this guy right here. This NVMe is garbage. I don't know if it's specifically this HP model of NVMe, but this thing runs like ass, and it slowed down I/O in the entire system. My home directory was on this guy, or not my home directory. The rootfs was on this guy. And then when I finally just replaced that with an SSD, everything got fast. And then I just hadn't moved back to ZFS yet because it was, one of many things to get done. So, all right, let's do the docs site. Yep. Fuck is shaking. Oh, it's gonna be the lamp. Or not. I don't know. Something's shaking weird as I'm typing. $38.58. I don't think we have a way to like build this locally because it's static. Yeah, whatever, it should be fine. How's it going, Percy Dev? Welcome, welcome. How you doing? Okay, that was done. We are working on Pidgin Instant Messenger. Right now we're doing open pull requests and stuff, or merging pull requests. But aside from that, we are working on link level messaging or link local messaging, and some other stuff related to that. But yeah, so that pull request we just merged. If this is up yet, we should. Yep, cool. There's Seagull already, and there's Traversity. Yay! Okay. We'll do this one. Right, because I'll have to rebase this one. Oh, no, I don't have to rebase that one yet. $38.66. You love Pidgin? Used to use it in elementary school instead of MSN to talk to all your classmates? As I've said time and time again, as people always said, I used to use it. You're the second one this stream, and I've only been streaming for 50 minutes. 5-0. But yeah, we're still around. We're still here. MSN is dead, though, but we're still here. Nearly 20 years ago? Yeah. I've been working on this project for 21 and a half years. You said your last job a year ago? Nice. Yeah, Pidgin is GPL that uses the GNU General Public License. Yeah, we survived AIM as well. It's been open source since 1998. So, yeah, we've been here a while. I haven't been there the entire time, but yeah. Update Zine version. Our Zine updates. When's that stuff? Well, I think ICQ is still around. Last I knew, Mail.ru owned ICQ. So ICQ is not nearly the same service it used to be. They had their own custom protocol. Then AOL bought them or something, and they moved it to the Oscar protocol. Then AOL sold it to somebody, I think, and they converted it to a JSON-based format. And then Mail.ru, that might have been Mail.ru, I don't know. And then they might have changed the protocol from there, I don't know. But Ian wrote a protocol plugin for it in 2016, 2017. Um, oh, which I wait, what the fuck? Where is this? Did we remove it from here? It should definitely be on here. I don't know why it's not here. Oh, he archived it a while ago, though. Maybe that's why we moved. I don't know. I don't know why we took this off of there. If I'm not mistaken, I'm the one that coined the name of this too. ICQ. Oh, did they turn it off? Off? Okay. So the thing is, we have this site. So Instant Messaging Freedom is a nonprofit that we run. That's an umbrella organization above Pidgin. And one of the things we try to do is, provide information about protocols and stuff like that. The problem is, this is a ton of work, and let's see. Yeah, what's the Wikipedia page say, right? So we try to gather all this, blah, blah, blah. Oh, was a cross-platform instant messaging, blah, 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 blah. Right, so we should definitely update our site for this. Well, let's see. Final release, 2022. When did they shut down? By the Israeli company Mirabellis 96. Client was bought by AOL in 1998 and then by Mail.R Group, now VK in 2010. I don't know what VK is. Service was shut down on June 26, 2024, following an announcement on ICQ's website in May 2024. So, there you go. So that's probably why we took it off the list, and I just don't remember it, even though it was less than a year ago. Because, yeah. All right, we want to HE up basic XMPP. Actually, we just want to go to LLM socket service because that one has a pull request. I probably have to rebase it. I have no idea. I didn't look what it was. Oh, right. The basic socket server would work, but not the Azim stuff because, yeah, okay. So we didn't actually have to rebase this one, but that's okay. All right. TLAN SR 3862. So I know UX here sucks. We're getting to it. Uber, sure. Where's the save button? Oh, duh, it's just add. Okay. So now if we cd netstat minus LTPN pipe drop Pidgin 3 helps if I type netstat, right? Well, cool. That's the Bonjour protocol plugin running. It's on that port, whatever, right? And then if I disable this guy, boop, I don't mean to open it, but if I disable that one, and now it's gone. Re-enable. We'll get a new port because we're just on any port. We don't care what port. And then it's back. So cool. Yep. That's all it's supposed to do right now. Trying to do this in smaller pieces so that, you know, it's easier to follow. Can Pidgin connect to Twitch chat? So you can use any IRC client to connect to Twitch. I do have a proof of concept plugin that technically works for Pidgin 2. At some point, I've got to get it ported to Pidgin 3. But it's been around the block a couple times. But like Pidgin 2 can't support the level of Twitch emojis and stuff like that. So like it's like if you just use the IRC stuff, it's pretty much the same. Like there's stuff that'll make it better, but it's just not quite there yet. So I will say this, I do no, Pidgin 2 has been in maintenance mode for like 3 years now. If there's a big security issue or a big bug or something, we'll do a release. But otherwise, we're just focusing mainly on Pidgin 3. So like here, we released Pidgin 2.14.4 or 2.14.14. When was this? On January 22nd, right? So we had a number of things queued up, and we did that. So you know, the big thing here was this Mozilla, I forget what NSS stands for. Load intermediate certificates from the server. This is a problem that was bugging a lot of people, and that's what pushed us for the release. And then we just had a bunch of other little random stuff queued up. Nothing big. This is just compiler warnings, update the copyright file, build image for docs, type mismatch compiler warning stuff, a newer way to use G-string stuff. There's a patch sitting in the issue tracker forever for adding italics on IRC, except when we moved everything to utrack, I lost the user's name, so I couldn't credit him right. And you know, just a bunch of other random stuff. Modernized K&R function prototypes because compiler warnings, right? But you know, before that we did another release within a year, stuff like that. But like, we're not actively adding new features to Pidgin 2. There's many reasons for that. The easiest way to explain it is that Pidgin 2 was written for a different time and designed for a different time, and making it work on modern protocols is always going to be a hack until we do an API bump and change things, which is what Pidgin 3 is. Now, Pidgin 3 still has an ass ton of way to go, but it's somewhat usable. I use it for IRC. I do have a kind of stretch goal for myself. Like the big focus right now is getting link local messaging working, so we have another protocol, but I would love to get the Twitch protocol plugin called Purple Spasm, which will be out of tree, but I'd love to get that to a usable state as well for experimental 2, but I don't think that's going to happen, but we'll see. And obviously things would be going a lot faster if I didn't have to work a day job, but you know, what are you gonna do? Okay. Now this is going to fail. That's okay. We're expecting this to fail. Yep. So yeah, I mean, I am the lead developer of the project. I'm the one that's driving it, deciding where it goes, stuff like that, right? Um, so I'm typically the one that merges all the pull requests. Yeah, but that also includes my pull request, right? So the ideally everything that goes into the code base gets reviewed, right? There's a number of reasons for this. Number one, the obvious one, to make sure that all the code that's going in is high quality code, right? Number two is it helps share the knowledge of what's going on in the project, right? So even if you just get a glance of a piece of something of one part of it, you have at least that glance of it rather than no idea how the rest of it comes together, right? Yeah, I know day jobs pay the bill. There is a place I need to finish applying for a grant for that I think I'm likely to get, but I'm not sure. And my success with grants has not been great. It's not been horrible, but it's not been great. Thanks, appreciate it. The problem is, like, I never know how to write these damn grant requests. They're always difficult. All right, okay, that should be all the pull requests and all the issues. Oh, and aside from merging all the pull requests, I'm also in charge of all of our infrastructure. Ideally, Ivanhoe. Ideally, I would put it to 0 hours and work on Pidgin all the time. That's obviously going to cause some issues due to the let's review everything that goes into the code base. But we'll see what happens, right? Because right now I only work somewhere between like 15 to 20 hours a week at the day job. Dealing with other entities, yeah. All right, so I still don't understand why this is being a jerk here. We shouldn't have hit. Are we just not handling the cancel right? We're not canceled. Right, we shouldn't have to do that. So this should take care of it because it's already canceled. But private input is empty. No, no. This is a problem that we were having from before. And what are you talking about? A bulk delete from before? We didn't cancel. Why didn't we cancel? Sure. I guess we'll do it that way. Whatever. We'll do it this way, and if we crash, we crash. Cancelable as nil. Whoops. We didn't have this part. What bulk delete are you talking about? I don't remember doing a bulk delete. I moved stuff around. I changed some other stuff. Alright, so now it's complaining about that being there. What line was that on? Oh, run backtrace. This is... Oh, on stop. Okay. Right, so stop should be able to handle this. Not test. One line? Oh, that was on test. No, test 104. 398. We should just quietly return true. If drive running is false, return true. Yeah, I have no idea what the hell I did an hour ago. But hey, now we passed properly. So the problem here was I didn't have this. That was the cause of the problem. Thanks, Fallen. I appreciate you being here too. All right, so that fixes up a bunch of this. The order of that shouldn't matter, but maybe it does. Yeah. Okay. All right, we were going to go through the other unit test too. So that was just input stream. Well, let's do that one separately. Oh, this stuff. I mean, I wouldn't call this a bulk delete. I mean, that was an easy fix that we did. I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. Save it. Definitely lost 0 votes. Okay, good. I'm not sure about that one. Well, an hour ago would have been 10 minutes into the stream. So, maybe, but I don't know. Ninja Turtles. $38.67. Okay, a little bit extra stuff, that's fine. Alright. I'm gonna go keep cleaning up unit tests as far as we can. Yeah, so like we shouldn't be using G clear object, we should be using G assert finalize object when we can. What this does is it makes, so this just, you know, unrefs it and gets rid of the memory. This makes sure that the object died, right? And we want to make sure the object died because the refs count hit 0, blah, 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 and all that stuff. So, right, again, same deal. Yeah, those ones are fine. We're not doing anything with body stuff like that. We're gonna fix that. That's okay. Hopefully we do that way. That's fine. We have a lot of stuff here, but nothing about the damn language bodies or anything like that. I would think maybe we're like, oh, we should come back and clean this up and make this work differently, and then never did. Which is a problem because I thought a lot of this stuff was done, but it's okay. Oh no, we do check. So we add a bunch of subjects. Let me make sure that it matches. Right, we just never pulled the message out of here. That's annoying. We like we didn't even write an API for it yet. It's a problem. All right. Well, at least there's more tests in here than I thought there was. Okay. Man, there's a lot of tests there actually. Cool. That one's good. Output stream's gonna have other. We'll come back to output stream in a second. Let's go to stanza. Like these should be quick grinds. Oh, yep. We didn't. Okay, whatever. Oh, right, there is no actual new method. Okay, that's fine. That doesn't work. The stream holds on to the cancelable. That's the one we're passed in, right? Yeah. So we have to do the stream first for cancelable to go, right? That's another reason why we do this way, is we can make sure of that. But we still use gclear object here because we know there's going to be another reference, because the stream itself has a reference, but we have to get rid of the reference we got when we pulled it out here. So it's a little finicky, but it's okay. Okay, good. I'm going to come back to output stream. Hopefully we don't have to do any other weird magic stuff with this. So yeah, this stuff is not necessary when we don't actually create a main loop. Main context iteration null false. So yeah, this one line replaces all that nonsense. Let's start over with Pidgin. Would you still use C? Probably. So the first problem is, number one, I have 25 plus years of C experience, right? That's hard to discount, right? Number two, UI toolkits for other languages fucking suck, and this is why everyone is doing shit with Electron or Tari or whatever the other crap is, and they're using web interfaces, right? Because the native tool or UI bindings for other languages are just suck, right? And then the third big point is Pidgin is meant to be called from other languages, right? So underneath Pidgin, we write a library called libpurple. Libpurple is what abstracts all of the chat networks and actually even the user interfaces. And we want that to be as accessible to as many other languages as possible. And the best way to do that, even still in 2025, is to write it in C. But like, that's how we have plugins that are written in native code, right? So C, C++, Rust, Objective-C, probably even Swift, although we haven't tried Swift yet, etc. But it's also how we have Pythons that are able to be loaded in Lua, Python. We had Perl for a while, but we ditched it because, like, who the hell's writing Perl, and we don't want to maintain it. But yeah, so we would still use C. This looks like we might have the same problems. Oh, this should be... Jordan, if you consider moving to nope. I mean, no, like, Electron's garbage. Like, all you're doing is you're taking the giant web apps that already use tons and tons of memory, and you're then putting all sorts of different desktop applications in them, which are still going to use an ass ton of memory. But more importantly, you now have another... So security issues in code happens, right? I'm not trying to look down upon anybody because they have a lot, but web engines have a shit ton of security vulnerabilities. And when everybody's sitting here running a million different versions of WebKit or Chromium Embedded Framework or whatever, you have all these different versions with different levels of exploits or security vulnerabilities running on your machine. And that's just dumb, right? But more importantly... Oh, that's high right now. Why is this saying 3 gigs of memory? Are you kidding me? But resident is 250. Right, so the virtual memory size is 3 gigs for whatever reason. I'm not sure. but Resident is only 250 megs for Pidgin 3, which I've had running since February 25th. Compare that to any. Oh, let's see. Oh, where is Process Explorer here? Task Manager. Okay, just Shift Escape. All right, so where is? Well, let me just sort by memory. Oh, okay, so Firefox isn't too bad. But I don't know why I have two process. Okay, so for Slack, I'm using 424 megs right now. For Twitch, I'm using 383 megs of memory. Electron is 283. And this is Firefox. This isn't Chrome. Chrome, it generally tends to be a lot higher. I think that's all the separate chat tabs I have over here, right? And it just, that's a Pidgin 3 for each one of them. That's dumb. It's from all the free I forgot? You mean memory leaks? Yeah, no. But virtual size is just what it can grow to, right? Currently, we're sitting at 250. But I'm also running inside a GDB as well. And we don't have stuff cycling as well as we're supposed to yet, and whatever. So, yeah. Plus, number 2, then I'd have to be a web developer. Fuck that noise, man. Like, I don't understand how people like modern web stuff. It's kind of really gross and sucks. And you have to stay on top of it. Like, just like there's no way to avoid it. You absolutely have to stay on top of it. Because if you don't, then you get screwed and you can't keep up with it anymore. And that's why I don't want to do any part of it. Yeah, and there's also already multi-protocol web apps. If you want an Electron front, go use Beeper, right? And then you can use Matrix and Bridges, and you can deal with all that fun. Or you can, you know, use Pidgin 3. There's also, what is it, Rambox? Some other ones I can't think of right now. I mean, if you like web dev, that's fine, right? But like, the web development isn't like it used to be, where you could just kind of dip in, build something, dip out, come back months later, dip back in, update stuff. You can't do that anymore, right? You have to keep up, because they keep reinventing the world, and it's not good for anyone. But like, if you're fine with it, cool, whatever, right? I don't care, right? But like, it doesn't work for me anymore. Okay, Insanities, like, thanks, but like, the compiler's gonna catch that. You don't really need to point it out. Oh yeah, I'm not trying to get into language bait. Oh, you're talking to the other one. Yeah, I like, you know, use what works for you. That's fine. My issue is I can't do web dev anymore because I can't invest the time to keep up to date on it. Right? That's not me. That's not me saying it's good or bad. That's me looking at the reality of things and going, I can't keep up with this, so I can't do it. Right? Oh yeah, Franz too. Did they rename it? So there's Rambox or whatever, and Franz, and I forget what else. Output stream. Okay, just output stream that's failing. It's really just like when someone immediately back. Yeah. No, I'm totally on board, M2. It's, you know, like, people have different opinions, different taste, right? It's fine. I don't care. Right? It's when people are like, oh, you shouldn't do that. That's bad. That language is bad. Yeah, that stuff's all garbage. That's all garbage. Tailwind 4 is broken. So many more tutorials that released only weeks ago are now broken. Yeah, I mean, Tailwind, don't get me started on Tailwind. Like we're just saying, don't bash on things, whatever. I don't understand why anybody thinks Tailwind is doing them any good. And I've had this discussion many, many times with people, and they don't seem to get or understand what I'm saying. But that's okay. That's fine. But Tailwind just creates a domain-specific language for CSS, which is already a standard, and they give it crappier names and add a dependency, and it creates this entire, I don't want to say proprietary world, but it creates this like alternative universe where people get stuck depending on Tailwind rather than just fucking learning CSS. Tailwind sounds like a character from Discworld. Nice. Yeah, how's it going, M2? It has been a while. How have you been? Those aren't really the same thing. Like Bootstrap has widgets and shit, and Tailwind doesn't. Just give up on that if needed. Handwrite the HTML with a handful of lines of JS. Still get stuff done. Yeah, exactly. Endless River, exactly. I haven't looked at V4 at all. All I know is that Tailwind feels absolutely stupid to me. And here, I'll explain why, right? So you end up with... Hold on. So you end up with something that's like, you know, whatever. Div class equals P2W4 D block, whatever, right? That is a domain-specific setup, right? Div style equals padding to... what the hell was I thinking with W? I was thinking margin, not W. Margin. Oh, sorry, 4 pixels. Display block. Effectively the same. This is the standard. This is what this gets converted into. Why add the middleman? Likewise, busy trying to get Pidgin 3 shit done. We our next scheduled release is March 31st. So, but like, I don't understand why people think this is okay, but this is bad. Like, I do not get it. And then like, they're using Tailwind in a web component based project that has a style block that they could just use a single class on and put all of this in, right? So, you know, they've got a JSX or something, right? And they could just say class equals button, right? And then down here they've got their style block, and then, you know, they've got dot button padding 2x 2 pixels, whatever, margin 2 pixels, display block, right? Like, I don't get it. Like, these are all equivalent, but somehow this is the winner. Even though you have to learn all their weird, shitty stuff for this. Here's the thing about typing. Yes, Daystream, John, how's it going? All of you JavaScript people, I'm sure, are using language server processes or AI and blah, blah, blah. So your typing argument is invalid. It doesn't exist, right? Or more importantly, right? As a developer, like you see this all the time, right? There's this idea that comes from a lot of people. And I think it's more junior people, I don't know, senior people that are, you know, actually like paying attention and not just, you know, whatever. As developers, we don't spend a lot of time typing, right? Our typing is very bursty, right? You type a bit, realize something's not going to work, or you realize something's going to need to be adjusted. You go back and change it, or so you pause, you stop, you're not doing anything for a while. Then you go back and change it. Then you have to think about the next problem. Wait a while, type a little bit, right? It's like, it's when people are like, oh, I can type 300 words per minute. It's like, who cares? Because nobody types sustained, nobody types constantly while programming. It doesn't happen. So as people inventing classes, that means something only to that coder? But that doesn't make sense. Because you end, like, These each class here is a single property. Like, it doesn't. Whatever. We're not going to get into this. It's people end up convincing themselves that Tailwind makes sense to the point where you can't logically or objectively make them think otherwise. That's just been my experience over the past 4+ years of going, Tailwind doesn't make sense to me. People are just like, oh yeah, it's great, blah, blah, blah. And like, how? Everyone tries to explain it. They're like, well, you see, I could just use a class. Like, yeah, but you could just make a single class that uses the real CSS property. And then you actually know the standard, you know the spec, you know the names, you know the values. You don't have to figure out D block or D display, D inline, D static inline. Like, you don't have to figure any of that out because you just know the standard. What do I think about Rust? Overhyped. And I'm just going to leave it right there. The false representation of what people see. Like, they watch Primogen and auto-assume people type super quick. I don't know. The abstractions, we must stack them? Yeah, pretty much. Sounds like a fun, stupid discussion you're glad you missed. Yeah. I mean, I've had this discussion multiple times. And the end of the day is people that use Tailwind are going to use Tailwind. And that's fine. I don't care. I personally do not understand Tailwind, why people think they need to use it. But whatever, it's fine. I'm not a JavaScript developer. I don't give a shit. No, you shouldn't. You should focus on typing intently and correctly. I gotta normalize these. What the? Oh, okay. There's just. Yeah. But like, when you start talking about like the typing quickly and stuff like that, like this is when people are like, well, with Vim, I can save 3 keystrokes every 1,000. And it's like, sure. But you're going to convince yourself, or like, you're going to get so used to that mindset that you then have to put Vim bindings into everything, which people do. And it actually slows you down whenever you move to a new machine or you have to update or change something, because then you have to go to all your different key bindings, right? This is the same deal of like, people are like, I use Dvorak because I can type faster, or I use Coleman because I can type faster. And it's like, sure, but you're specializing yourself in a way that makes you less flexible, right? So is the cost of the startup cost of learning that new keyboard layout or whatever, and then the expense of not being able to type on a normal keyboard because most people can't jump between keyboard layouts, are those things worth that speed increase? And the answer is nobody's checked, right? Which generally means that it's not, right? They just like to do that because they think they're cool or something. And that's fine, right? You can do whatever you want. I don't care. But like, just be honest, right? Just be like, I like Colmac over QWERTY. All right, cool. But we're like, when you're trying to justify it with some bullshit argument that you haven't proved, you're just full of shit, right? Just end of story. As for Tailwind, you use it, but it honestly seems too much. You can layer, but yeah, I don't really have any grinds one versus another. Editor Wars framework. Yeah, exactly. They're all dumb. Like I said, my thing with Tailwind is I've never seen an example where Tailwind saved me time. If anything, all it's done is slowed me down and made things harder. That's me personally, right? That's my personal experience. And we quickly, in terms of focusing on words per minute, after a certain point, it's not really that important. But people, they keep stopping, looking at the keyboard, or doing backspace all the time because they're typing wrong. Yeah, well, I mean, that's just learning how to type. But, you know, it's okay. It's fine, right? Like, we don't need to focus on uber efficiency everywhere, right? Like, when people are doing projects for fun, who cares if they're hunting, pecking index fingers only on the keyboard. They're doing what they're doing. They're having fun. Who gives a shit, right? Is that keyboard allowed to change randomly between QWERTY and Dvorak every few minutes so you can never overfit one on one? Yeah, that sounds like a horrible plan. You don't see the point of iVim, NeoVim, Nano, what people enjoy. Yeah, exactly. Like people, I hear this all the time. People are like, well, I don't understand that. Like, it's fine. You don't have to understand somebody's decision. You just have to respect that they made that decision, right? Like, they're not here to answer your, they don't have to justify themselves to you, right? Shit, we're gonna have to do the stop function here too. We don't have a stop function on output stream. Oh no, we do have a stop. But yeah, like I don't know when everybody thought, like, started thinking everybody has to justify themselves to each other, but it's fucking absurd. It's like people that are like, why don't you rewrite Pidgin and Rust? You're just writing insecure code everywhere. And it's like, go fuck yourself, man, right? Like, I see you drank the Rust Kool-Aid. I don't care. Oh, I didn't change the names on these yet. You switch editors to feel something? Okay. Yeah, everybody has their own workflow. Yeah, and there's no issue with people experimenting, trying to see if they find a tool they like better or something. That's perfectly fine. It's the people that shame people for whatever reason. Like, probably shouldn't talk about this on stream, but it's fine. I talked about it publicly, so it's not a big deal. There's a person I know that was shaming me for using mastodon.social because they've had some follies and blah 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 and some other stuff, and they claimed they weren't shaming me, but even though I said stop shaming me, I'm like, I already justified why I'm on mastodon.social. Like, I don't have the time or effort to run and maintain my own Mastodon server. I'm already doing all this shit plus running Pidgin, blah 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 blah, right? I'm using mastodon.social because it's easy, right? That's my justification. That's the justification I needed to make. No, for using mastodon.social, not using Mastodon. It's not that I was using Mastodon, instead I wasn't using Mastodon right? So I'm telling them to stop shaming me. And they're like, oh, I'm not shaming, blah, blah, blah. But here's but they're like, but the answer is blah, blah, blah. And they're like, you can do all these things. I'm like, I already told you why I'm not doing all those things, and you're still insisting that this is a problem and these are the solutions. Ipso facto, you are shaming me. But they kept going on about it, so I just unfollowed them. Just like, I'm done. I don't have time for this. Like, you want to be a dick, you want to be stupid, fine, whatever. I don't care. Not my problem, right? But the bigger thing here is, why are they coming after me, right? I'm already on the distributed platform, right? And the answer is, maybe it's not the answer, but my interpretation of this is that it's much easier to try to get somebody that last level of the way. But like, again, I'm not going to run my own instance, and I want people to be easily find the Pidgin stuff and all that, whatever, right? So like, people, when they're trying, I don't want to say shame, but when they're trying to evangelize and convert people, they go for the easy targets, right? They don't go for the hard targets, right? They're not trying to convince somebody that's on True Social to move over to Mastodon and to stop being a fucking Nazi, right? That would have way more impact if they did that, but they choose not to do that, right? Why? I don't know. It's up to them. But like, get people moving away from X. That should be a much bigger goal than trying to shame somebody for using the wrong Mastodon server, right? It's stupid shit that people do. And it's the same thing with the editor wars and all that crap. Is people want, like, diversity is good, but for whatever reason, everybody thinks everybody has to do the same thing. And that's just never true. It's not true and shouldn't be true. Right, exactly, Rich. Exactly. Like, there. I literally sent them this and was like, all right, here's a rough estimate of our infrastructure, right? How's it going, Subuntu? Welcome, welcome. Like, I'm running all this. I'm responsible for all this. And this isn't everything. This is just a highlight of it, right? And then I was like, if you want to help out and whatever, I'm like, you can also find... Here is all our Ansible scripts for more of our infrastructure, as well as... no, we're not really... yeah, we're not really using Terra... Oh, no. But we then also have our Kubernetes cluster that's running everything else. Here's all the config for that. But yeah, please tell me to just throw a Mastodon server on here as well. And have to deal with maintaining all that as well. As well as, you know, still trying to build or work on and maintain a huge open source project. Yeah, please tell me to go do this as well. People that pop into chats and the first thing they ask is, hey, why don't you just use Windows or new? Yeah, yeah. The funniest part is when you see it say first time chatter and they're like, oh, you missed a semicolon. Actually, I wrote a whole blog post on this. That's, yep. I'm not Grimmy there. I am Grim here. Oh, did I give... I went to a comment. My bad. My bad. There's a link. Right? So, like, there was... This whole thing started because somebody in a Twitch chat was like, oh, you should have started your seeds months ago. And I'm like, there's literally snow on the ground here, and it's freezing. And it's not going to be not freezing for more than 8 weeks. I don't know why you're assuming I'm in the same area as you, as we're talking on a global platform, right? And even if it wasn't global, we're still in the same country, right? There's this thing called latitude and longitude, and those decide, or not decide, but, you know, those are going to decide where your weather is like. And just, people are so fucking stupid. I don't know about that, Anatolian. Like, DevOps is pretty easy. You pick a tool and you go with it, right? So like at work, we use the salt stack. For Pidgin stuff, I use Ansible. In the past, I've used begrudgingly Chef. They're all very similar. They all have their own quirks. I also use Terraform, Kubernetes, and it's once you get the gist of it, you're fine. But the big thing is you have to know how to administer a Unix system. Do you think of someone using Mastodon all? No need. It's in shame. Exactly, John. Exactly. And that person keeps trying to like mention me on Mastodon, and I'm just ignoring them because I'm like, I'm not like, I don't care. You've shown your colors. I'm done. The bigger part was they never admitted to shaming me. They never took any responsibility or anything, and they just walked away from the conversation, even though they created the situation. And they didn't like my response of defending myself. No, I wasn't shaming. Like, I'm pretty sure you were. I don't know how that wasn't, but sure. Oh. I'm like, what is going on? And if anyone's curious, you can go look. It was like 3 weeks ago or something on my Mastodon. It's all public. it's not like it's hidden or anything. It's stupidness. Like, oh great, yep. Drive a wedge between a friendship because you can't handle that someone's on Mastodon.social. What a stupid fucking thing to do. That's what errors. Maybe it wasn't exactly shaming, but it sure as hell was criticizing. No, it was definitely shaming because they provided solutions to a problem that they perceived. And that's what makes it shaming, right? Because like shaming's like, oh, you shouldn't have done that because X, Y, Z, or this is the way you're supposed to do this, right? That's shaming, right? Yeah, I mean, they're local in Milwaukee, and I've met them and talked to them. I've known them for a number of years, and I'm just fucking done. Just like whatever. Like if you're gonna literally walk away and not take responsibility for your nonsense, like there's even like even if you're like that was I'm sorry you took it that way. That was not my intention. Right? That would have been okay, but there wasn't that. There was just a I'm not shaming you. Like looks like you are. uh well, without trying to name them directly, maybe. Um Probably. What's her name on the Milwaukee Slappy? I'm so bad with this. How's it going, Steve-O? Thank you for the 18 months. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. Do I not have you on here any too? Where the hell are you? Yeah, I apparently closed the chat we had. Oh, you're not on Slack anymore. All right. Well, anyways, I don't want to name them directly, so I will just say, I can't message you. Oh no, whisper. Blah. Why can't I think of his first name now? I'm gonna think of his first name, but I just messaged you. Hype Train. Holy crap. Degramic, thank you for the 8 months. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. I'm... Oh. Shit, I closed the window. Hold on. Oh, let's do it this way. Sorry, I'm trying to find a picture from one of the hack and tells. Actually, yeah, you should check out the hack and tell stuff. I'll get you a link in a second here. Okay, if you have a Meetup account, you'll have to log in, but there's a photo. And yes, I sent that privately. And then we've been running, we started up Hack and Tell again that, used to do. Stickers. Sabantu, you didn't even grab your last ones. Like, I just checked today because I was like, oh, there should have been a sticker raffle. The Why So Rude one? I mean, go ahead, feel free. All right, so I decided we're gonna do a new way for the sticker raffle because doing the other stuff is just too much work, because it can't be automated or whatever. But I mean, we'll do it. I mean, you have a code that should have expired by now, so I don't know how you're gonna do two. Like, I only create the codes and keep them alive for like a week. So yeah. All right, so we're gonna do this a little bit differently. What time is it? It's 3 o'clock. All right, so what we are gonna do, I did do that right? Yeah. All right, so we're doing this a little bit differently, but what we're going to do is... That's not what I wanted, dang it. Why Mercurial? Because fuck Git, that's why. We're going to rewrite this message. If you want a real reason on why I hate Git, I mean, you're not going to get it because I've tried to explain it numerous times and people, just like Tailwind, they're like, but it's popular, blah, blah, blah. And they don't actually listen to what I say. So I don't bother saying it anymore because it's a waste of time. You can get some free Pidgin. Next 2 hours. Redeem. I did this backwards. All right. Okay. All right, there we go. So we're not doing the raffle stuff. We're not doing sending out whispers or anything. There's a discount code that is good for 2 hours. If you don't use it in the next 2 hours, you don't get it. Otherwise, you get $6 off your order and you get free stickers. Well, Rich, I'm sorry that's a thing, but there are a ton of different version control tools out there besides Git, and most of them are better than Git. They're easier to use and understand. And I'm sorry you don't know about it, but yeah. No, we're not getting the sticker video. The why not Git thing, this is just as stupid as the old why not Internet Explorer thing from late XP and early Win 7 days. Yeah, I'm also on record of saying that Git is the IE6 of version control tools. You're forced to use it even though it is a steaming pile of shit. And the people that are like, I don't know, I like Git, are either control freaks that are pedantic and want to know everything about every little feature and learn any single thing about the tool, or they're using a different front end that makes things way easier, right? Both of those things are counterintuitive to my intent to get shit done. I mean, don't just stop at Mercurial. You should read everything. But here, there's this as well, and this. But like the whole popularity argument thing is, it's all a fucking fool's errand too, because everyone's like, oh, that's more popular, that means it's better. Popularity doesn't mean good. I wrote my own, Steve-O. I wrote it here on stream. You're not getting treats, man. You got 2 more hours. Yeah. And we had to write our own because Bitbucket decided, well, Atlassian decided they weren't going to support Mercurial anymore. Yeah, everyone gets stupidly zealous and defensive for no reason. Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. But so Bitbucket started as a Mercurial version of GitHub, or they started at the same time, roughly, whatever. Then Atlassian bought them and decided they were going to move. They wanted to add Git support to Bitbucket. So they decided that they would convert all the internal repositories to Git so that all the developers could learn it, which of course then meant nobody wanted to deal with, or nobody wanted to use Mercurial anymore because everyone was using Git, which is used everywhere. And it just creates a stupid network effect of garbage. And then, you know, eventually they shut it down, or they shut down Mercurial. And at that point, I wrote HG Keeper. It's not going to happen, mister. He is trying to get over to the treats. It's not going to happen. Yeah, no, it's not gonna happen. All right. We were over here. We were gonna do a pull request to update unit test here. Atlassian is sponsoring an F1 car. Interesting. You advanced at work. You'll be responsible for helping people with their Git problems. Oh, lucky you. I don't care that he wants them. He's already had them twice today. He normally has them once by this time today. So, too bad. Ubuntu, I'm assuming you're the one that has 2 in here. Can I check the code? V3W. Yeah, okay. I'm like, the code should have been only good for one user. Users can only use it once. I'm like, did you use it twice? Racers need a Jira ticket for... Yeah. So, like, I've recently had to start using Jira again at work, and oh my god. I thought Jira was bad before. Jesus. Yeah, it probably... Well, no, it's Ubuntu. So you have 2 orders in right now that were both put... One was at 305, one was at 307. It's currently 309 for me. So... I don't know what you're talking about. You shouldn't have had 3 because you used one on February 21st as well. Yeah, you have 2 orders. Both are here. Both total $0. They're here. Bless you, why you're so anti-Atlassian. You said you're bitbucking your reasoning and was laughed out of the conversation. I mean, people are jerks. Right? Oh, your last code worked. Gotcha. Okay, sorry. I read that as didn't work. My bad. See, that's called taking responsibility for your mistakes. It's not that hard. Yeah, I know, John. I know you're just being a smartass. Right now I'm talking to John in YouTube as well for people that aren't figuring that out because he's over there. All right. This is unit test modernization. Oh, which there's actually not even that. Oh, okay. Wait. I just didn't go down all the way. Right. Unit test updates. Modernize unit tests. $38.68. Testing done. Called in the turtles. So this does not include the output stream because we have to do some more cleanup there. And we still haven't even gotten to the stuff we need to get to. Yak shaving all the way. Oh, hey, look, it's... Oh, why do we conflict? Oh, shit. Okay. I'm in the wrong tree. I don't know what the hell that shelf was. Oh, fuck, I'm on the wrong branch again. So just an example of the better UI for developers or for people in Mercurial versus Git. In Git, if you have some local changes you don't want to commit yet, but you need to move them out of the way, you use git stash, right? And then to get them back, you use git stash pop. If you use git stash apply, it's not going to get rid of them on, or it's going to leave a ref around so you can apply it or pop it off onto another branch, which is generally not what most people want. And, you know, so, or apply it to another branch. In Mercurial, you have shelf and unshelf, which are generally, which do exactly what you think you do. It takes those changes, puts them over here, puts them on the shelf, and then when you unshelf them, it takes them from the shelf and puts them back. It's not an overloaded command with another argument. It doesn't have weird stuff like that. It just does what you need it to do. And I think you can even keep it around if you want. Yeah. So instead of get stash apply, which sounds a lot like what you want all the time, but it's not. You want get stash pop, right? Mercurial, you can do HG shelf -- keep, and it'll leave it on the shelf, but apply it to your tree. Like, that's just one of hundreds, at least, of examples of where Git is just a steaming pile of shit. And then people are like, oh, I don't know, I use it inside WebStorm, or I use it inside of some other editor. And it's just like, we're talking about two different things at this point, right? Like, but even then, we can talk about the Git protocol and the branches and the reflog and how that stuff is all fucking nonsense. But people don't want to have that discussion. And it's fine, because people should not know version control systems as intimately as I do. But they will talk your ear off and be like, but it's fine. It's just like, okay, whatever. Like, I'm no interest in getting into that argument. All right, so why is close not doing the thing? Well, that's a problem. You've seen a lot of that? A lot of what in particular? Sorry, it's been a minute. I've lost context. Oh, oh, shelving versus stashing. Yeah, it's. I don't know. Like I said, that's just one of many, many examples. The other funny part too is like when people think like GitHub, when people confuse GitHub with Git, and it's okay, right? Like I'm not trying to shame people for that or anything, but it's like they think like that's the de facto way to use Git when like the people that created Git don't use it that way at all. And it's just like, okay, sure. Like I don't know how you got there, but okay, sure. Did I mess this up on the input stream? I might have. We are supposed to do propagate. Yeah, this is wrong. All right, well, we'll fix that in a minute. You fully admit you don't know much, but yeah, right, and that's fine. That's totally fine, right? No one's saying you need to become an expert in version control systems and stuff like that. But it's, when people are like, "Oh, it's the most popular, so it must be the best," it's just like, I've tried to fight that mindset in people for eons, and it doesn't work. You cannot convince them other ways. If something's popular, it is the best. And that's just not true. Oh, it's supposed to be ... It's just... Like, I've tried like logical, rational examples of that. Like, all right, you like, so you know, even personalize it, right? Like, okay, so this person uses Mac. All right, so you think something's popular or means it's the best, and therefore you should use it because it's the best and it's popular. And they're like, yeah, like, then why do you use a Mac? Well, because I like it. Yeah, but the popular desktop machine is a Windows machine. Therefore, by your logic, it is the best, and you should be using it, but you don't. Like, well, it's different. No, it's not. It's the same fucking argument. And then, you know, it goes on and on. I'm like, all right, this is when I start getting shitty about it. And it's like, all right, you have your own special partner, right? That maybe you're monogamous, maybe you're not. I don't care about the details of your relationship, right? But that is the best partner for you. Does that mean you're going to share your partner with me because it's the best and we should all do the same things and make things popular? Oh, huh? It's just like, this is what you're saying. This is what you're portraying. Is that there's one proper way of things to do things and everyone should do the same. So, okay, I guess we should all have the same partners then? Like, they just don't follow through on the logic and it drives me nuts. You ever own GitLab instance, but obviously that uses Git. You came off GitHub ages ago, back when Microshit were buying it. Yeah, and that's fine. You know, use what you want. Use what you like, right? Like, again, I don't care what you use. My problem is when people are like, why don't you use Git? It's the best tool. And it's just like, I hate it. Like, it's just that simple. I fucking hate using it. It never works the way I think it should. And I'm not going to waste my time learning about, like, oh, for fuck's sake. I've literally had somebody give me the argument of, well, Git stores all its data in an object store, which it really is the best way to store data. And that's why I like using Git. Excuse me? Like, do you drive your car because it has a V8 engine and it has more spark plugs and more cylinders so it runs better? Or do you just not give a shit and you drive the car because it's comfortable and you like the way it handles? Or maybe you like the color, right? Like, who the fuck is going into the way something works in the background to decide that they want to use something, right? Like, that's not the way anything works. Like, when you buy, like, do you buy a phone because, oh, this is on the AT&T network, and I like the AT&T network because they're better than the T-Mobile network because they have better billing or something. I don't fucking know, right? It's just, like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's just like, people will rationalize things however they want to rationalize it, right? And there's no point in debating it. And that's when people are like, oh, why do you use this? It's like, I don't owe you an explanation, number one, right? It's my own personal choice. It's my personal preference. And they're like, but it's popular. It's like, shut up. I already gave you an answer of its personal preference. And they still keep going and keep going. And it is so obnoxious. Just, I can't even, man. Why didn't that die? That should have... Because we have non-fatal assertions, but that should have been fine. We don't know that got called. Oh, that's a little different. What did I use first? Get Mercurial, and did you use... so the first version control tool I ever used was a Samba file system. And that was bad. Then I learned about CVS, and we used that for eons. Then I used Subversion for years. Then we used Monotone for years. In the Monotone era is when Git came out and was a thing. And our first experience with Git was we imported the Pidgin repository into Git from CVS, I think, into Git, because it wasn't yet in SVN, or maybe it was in SVN and we did SVN to Git. I don't remember. And the repository was 1.2 gigs. And one of the reasons we put the kibosh on using Git at all at that point was because we had contributors in Australia, which were on metered internet connections, and asking them to clone 1.2 gigs would have cost them a shit ton of money. So it turns out at this point that there was something we didn't know about Git because it doesn't make sense for a version control tool to have, and that is that Git has a garbage collector. And maybe you know this, maybe you don't. But the thing is, that object store I was talking about earlier, yeah, Git will just create objects and then like fucking lose references to them, and you have to randomly occasionally run the garbage collector to clean them up. Or at least you used to have to. It might do it automatically now. I don't know. I don't really care because I fucking hate Git and I don't want to use it. So we threw out Git for that reason because our repository was 1.2 gigs. Or maybe it was more. I don't remember. This was 2006 or 2007. So nearly 20 years ago. And even back then, the Git command line interface was so fucking atrocious. There was a front end you were supposed to use for it instead called Kagito. Because you couldn't actually use the Git command line, you needed something that would do it better for you. And that's where Kagito came in. Historically, the first Git front end. Or maybe it was 2006, maybe it was 2005, I don't remember, right? It's 20 fucking years ago, right? In my opinion, Git's front end hasn't gotten much better than Kagito was in the past 20 years. And that's just ridiculous. You think familiarity with tools plays a significant role when people form their opinions on similar tools? Yeah. I mean, that should be a given. When it comes to dev stuff, I feel like a lot of it's personal preference and old habits. Some of the newer devs, it's what's popular. For me, it tends to be a lot of what's popular. The thing about version control is it ends up, you have to deal with the network effect of it, right? The funnier part is like there's all these tools to interoperate everything, and people just don't seem to realize that exists, right? So like Meta just released Sapling. Sapling is basically Mercurial, but it talks to Git repositories. Like I could use this for Git stuff, but I just don't care. And then if I did, then I'd have to install Sapling everywhere, blah, blah, blah. It'd be a nightmare, it'd be a pain in the ass. All right. When it comes to, I already read that. Yeah. You didn't know about the garbage collector. Yeah. And like, so here. Oh, I don't know if it's going to finish now or not. 1.8 gigs for the GTK directory. We run the garbage collector. Like Git just, it's a version control tool that throws shit away all the time. And like, I don't know, that's not what a version control tool should do. It should keep track of the versions, which is why I consider Git to be a collaboration tool and not a version control tool. Don't forget when you misunderstood that you could have multiple working copies from the local Git clone and got publicly called an idiot by Linus Torvalds. Yep, that was the thing that happened. So my clone of GTK was 1.8 gigs. It's now 1.7. I just saved whatever 50 megs at least by running Git GC as a consumer of a Git repository. And the Git, well, I guess we should check this first, but yeah, the Git directory is 555 megs. That would have given us better. Well, here, we can do this on glib. So same deal, right? So cd.git, du minus sh, 218 megs, Git GC. But like, I don't understand why a version control tool has garbage to clean up at all, because it's supposed to keep track of versions. Like, don't get me wrong, there's times when you want to purposely delete a version because somebody commits a key or something, although most of the time now you just reset the key because that's the easier way to do it. So yeah. Again, I've maybe done 1 or 2 pull requests off of this repo. I just garbage collected half of the fucking storage. Why? Why is this a thing? Why? Oh, here, right. So I have an old GTK clone here, right? 46 megs. But yeah, tell me you're the best tool by, yeah. Just fucking hell, man. Right? Everything's still here. All the history's here. All the way back to June 16th, 2000, initial revision. It's all here. But somehow, well, it was like 300 megs or something? No, it was 45 megs. And now we're down to less than half a meg. Right? So we were at 46 megs before I ran the garbage collector, which obviously doesn't run by itself. And so be careful when you're running the garbage collector. If you have to go back and reference if you have to use a ref log or something, you don't want to run the garbage collector. But if you're just a consumer and you're cloning stuff like I did with this repository, I cloned this like a year ago, and now I just garbage collected it and I just saved 45 megs out of a 46 meg repository. Right? But yeah, tell me again, how good is this amazing tool that everybody should keep using? And let's check libidwada too. I know I have a clone of that, right? This isn't even, here, let's do this, right? So cd.get, or actually ls minus d dot, oh, I wanted minus l. Okay, so I haven't updated this since June 26, 2024. All right, so we're currently at 29 megs. Let's run the garbage collector. I've done no pull request ever to Edwada. Okay, we just dropped 28.5 megs. Right? There, it's gone. Now, let's pull. What the hell? Oh. Why did... Okay. We were down to 396K. We're back up to 39 megs because all that's getting transferred back. All that old history we don't want because they didn't garbage collect it on the mirror or on the remote, right? But I can GC again, and I'm gonna get down to 471K now. But now if I pull again, okay, now it'll be empty. But when they do another commit, I'm gonna pull all that crap back in. But yep, this is the best version control tool that's out there according to popular belief. Right? And again, I'll say, why does a tool that's meant to track versions of file create garbage? Like, just shouldn't. All right, anyways, we're in an ad right now, and I gotta go pee, and I need to get water. So I will be right back. All right. So yeah, anyways, that's just a few of the reasons of why Git is just not something I care for. And that's, you know, skipping all of the interface quirks. Let's go with that. We'll try to be nice. And then not to mention the default branch name stuff that, you know, at least luckily finally got changed somewhat recently. So, yeah. Oh, all right. Oh, we had to fix input stream, but we're still fixing output stream. Maybe we should fix that first. Input stream, stop. Oh, that's not what we want. Oh, actually, that'll work as is. We don't have to do this way. Okay, I thought we were doing this a little different. This is fine. We don't have to worry about this. Okay, sorry, just checking something here. All right. No, I have a cat in the way. Hi, mister. Hi. If you get treats now, you're not going to get them when you get your inhaler. In an hour. This is going to be it. All right. What's our failure here? We got all sorts of failures all over the place. Output stream start, weak pointer should be no. Oh, because there are a couple of them here. Which one actually failed? This can actually go here. Okay, that fixed that one because the order was weird. Stream has outstanding operation. Lovely. We have to fix that up. That's gonna be fun. Yeah, restart running. That's number 3. Okay. That's all the same old crap we had to do on the other one. Hi. You happy now? Got some treats. All right. So we didn't close the stream here. That's one problem. Theme, output, stream, stop. Output, error. Assert no error. Again, this is one of those things where you always, if you're getting a return, an error coming back, you check the error before you check the return result, because otherwise, if you did get an error and then you failed the assertion that ret was false, then you don't get to see the error. And that's dumb. And then you have to go fix it anyways. Do, do, do. 134. Right. Oh, okay. That one's... Yeah, we were missing that stuff before, but that's fine. We never started it, so we don't have to call close. But we should be... Wait, what? What's all failing here? $133. Oh, it's not this that's failing, it's the other one. Okay, yep, that one's okay. 133. This one has all sorts of fun. Alright, we called stop. Insert no error. Blah, blah. No, that should be right. Where? 133. Am I supposed to close the input stream first? Where do we... That's expected. Where do... Oh, right. We build all this, and then it's supposed to spit this out. Yep. Do we need to flush? Yep. I think we have to flush the memory output stream. We did it early in the other one. Cancelable and an error. Stupid watch, drive me nuts. We're getting to the time where everyone's going home. I was like, why check it so quiet? I'm like, oh, everybody left. 135. Yep, have a good one, Ivanhoe. Catch you later. Oh, sweet. Thank you for getting that unit test done or reviewed. Mm, 38, 68. Look how fast I'm typing. It's incorrect, but look how fast I'm typing. All right, so that, well, this red equals this. I was hoping I wouldn't have to do this, but it's okay. $127. Stream is outstanding operations. Oh, right. We didn't read from it yet. How? Hey! Way to do multiple reads. I don't think we need this anymore, but maybe. Yep. Okay. Right, and this should fail if these are in the wrong spots. Or not. Weird. We are making it here, right? Another trick to make sure you made it to the end of your unit test. Good, yep. All should be true on line 139. Cool, we made it all the way there. The fact that the order of this doesn't matter is concerning. Oh, I guess, no, the stop would have taken care of it. It's fine, right? So if I skip this, now the order of those should matter. Yep. Yeah, okay. What did we actually change in the C file? Oh, yeah. Okay. Put stream tweaks. Update the unit test for output stream and avoid a reference. 3869. No memory lost. Good, good, good. Right. Okay. Yeah, I thought there was. Oh. I thought there was a couple of these yet. Oh, I don't want to save that. Apparently I can't type turtles. What other weird random crap could we clean up to maybe go with that stuff? Oh, yeah, I'm sure Q-Logic got all this already. I guess we could check finalize methods. Those look fine. Did you mean turtles? Why, there's only one command that looks like what I typed can match. Yeah. That's another gripe I have about Git as well. So Mercurial has string interpolation. So nothing that... If you look at commands, right? I don't think I have to do the commands part. Nope. So if you go through all the commands, blah, 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 you'll see that if I run hgpu, it's going to say, oh, this is ambiguous. Hold, purge, and push all match. But if I say hgpus, or not, oh, whatever, I don't want to push, I want to pull. Right, I can do pul, and it'll just pull. But the best, most popular tool that people are always worried about typing fast and being able to be efficient and blah, 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 have to keep typing extra stuff. And how many people do you know that use Git that constantly do this? Or that? They're always putting the remote name and the branch they're pushing to instead of just setting the right one or setting a default. And this is how you know people don't know their tools. And then they yell at me for not liking their tools, that they don't actually know how to use themselves. It's honestly pretty funny. They make themselves aliases for that? Yeah. It's just... People will do anything except actually learn how the fuck to use stuff. It's pretty sad. And then they will fight tooth and nail that what they're doing is right. It's like, all right, if it works for you, whatever, but there's better ways to do things than that, right? Like, I'm not even telling them to switch tools. Like, it's set origin. Right? Oh, yeah. And like... People don't really understand. Like, the funny part is, the workflow that the vast majority of people use Git for could be solved by SVK. SVK is an add-on to Subversion that gives you offline commits and some other fun stuff. Was this actually SPF 13? Really? Steve Frankia, he works on Go and stuff. I didn't know he worked on SVK. It's a client for Subversion built using Perl. I didn't know that part. Makes a number of improvements over the standard SVN client while returning much of the same feel. It works with the standard Subversion server and works perfectly in an environment with some users using Subversion and some using SVK on the client side. Provides a number of sizable advantage over this updated SVN client. It must any deployment, whatever. Tracks all branches and makes the process of pulling and pushing changes between trunk and branch very easy. Optionally adds another layer to the mix. While Subversion has repo and working copy, SVK has repo, server, depot, local mirror, and working copy. Where you work. This provides two main features. Work offline. And you can commit changes to depot without committing them to the repo. Notice the date on this. 2008. And now he's saying, no, yeah, go use Git instead of SVK, which is fine. But like for the majority of people, SVK would give them exactly what they wanted. And they could have had this in 2008. Or even before that. SVK has been around a long time. It's just, it's just like... when you don't, it's like, so there's so much talk about code generation and Copilot and other LLMs for coding and shit like that. And I have tried to convince newer and junior developers, people fresh out of school, stuff like that, that using AI to generate your code is a waste of time. And the main reason, well, there's many reasons, but one of the huge reasons is you have to review the code that AI generates every time you have it generate code for you. Because there is a random nature to LLMs that's intentional. It's supposed to be there. That's what makes it more proper and feel more human-like. There's a random nature to it, which means that the code will not be the same across generations. Which means every time you have it generate code for you, you have to read it, review it, validate it, and so on. Now the issue, and like I can understand the appeal, right? Oh, it writes a ton of code for you, blah, blah, blah. The thing is, we've had a solution to this problem for fucking ever. The problem of you have a bunch of boilerplate code that you have to write some stuff in, right? Because like You'll hear people all the time say like, oh yeah, I use AI to generate my unit tests. It saves me so much time in boilerplate code. So, editor snippets. Visual Studio Code has them. Zed has them. Sublime has them. Snippet generator.app. So, yeah. Right, so what you can do, I'm going to forget how to do this. Okay, so you can do a placeholder, right? So let's say I had a G object. We'll just do a BSG object real quick, right? We're going to say G, declare type. There. All right, we'll do it this. Whatever, it's fine. G declare final type. Then placeholder. To declare placeholder, control I. Okay, so 1 colon camel, comma. Oh, I got it wrong. Oh no. Yeah. $, 2 colon underscore or snake, comma okay. No, we should have hash define. I guess whatever. We'll do it this way. Sign 1 upper snake underscore. Oh no, shit. This is, hold on. I'm screwing this up. Namespace. All right, we'll say upper snake namespace. The variable names are a little long in this case, right? Type underscore 2 colon upper snake type. All right. Oh, this isn't actually going to show the way it goes. Fuck, I was hoping to give a better example. Anyways, what ends up happening is you put all the code in here, and then it'll give you a prompt for these, and then you put them in, and then it fills everything else in. Like, we can finish building this real quick and see how it goes. I haven't actually done this myself. I don't care. I'll just copy paste and then multi-cursor my way around it, and it's fine. Actually, are there filters on this? Sublime text filter, or Sublime text snippet. Yeah, let's just go here. All right, so access Z scope description. Your fancy. All right, so actual snippets can range from simple to fairly complex templates. We'll look at example of both later. Keep the following in mind when your own snippets. If you want to get a literal $, you have to escape it. When writing a snippet that contains indentation, always use tabs. When the snippet is indented, the tabs, blah, blah, blah. Content must be included in CData section. Snippets won't work in data content, blah, blah, blah. Tab trigger defines a sequence of keys that must be pressed to insert the snippet. That's not something I want here, but that's okay. After typing the sequence, the snippet will kick you in as soon as you hit the tab key. Scope for that, description, blah, blah, blah. So, arguments passed to the insert snippet command, not covered here, selection, blah, 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 blah. With the help of field markers, you can cycle through positions within the snippet by pressing the tab key. Fields are used to walk you through the customization snippets. Anyways, the whole point is, right, you just write the stuff you need to do and then go from there. And that's all you need to do. Right, you don't have to generate anything. You have the same code that's been the same all the time, and when you need to update the snippet, you just update the snippet. You still have to go back and manually do everything itself. But like, this has been here, it's been around forever. Vim has snippets. I don't know if Nano does, but like, there's stuff all over the place for this. But everyone's like, oh, let's use AI. And it's like, no, please don't. But anyways, you get the idea, right? You put all this stuff in, and then you go from there. But like I said, this is too much work for me. I just copy paste, multi-cursor, I'm done. Like, and most of you here on stream have seen me do that a million times. So, or sometimes I'll just do it by hand. I don't care. Like, the 10 minutes it takes me to do it is not going to be make or break. I want to exit that. All right. Where the hell? Oh, we were looking to see if there's anything else to clean up here. And so far it's looking like not. I don't really want to do a pull request with the G cards only, but that's okay. It would have been nice to get them in the drive-by with the other one, but yeah. How's it going, Wrapped? Welcome, welcome. How you doing? Yes, happy Friday to you as well. Oh, we can look for... those, okay, no, those are return addresses. Those are not what I'm looking for. We could do const G sturvy, but I think that's going to cause issues. Those are all const, aren't they? Yep, alright. I guess it doesn't matter. Alright, fine, whatever. Yeah, we should have got... Oh, no, these are... Okay, whatever. Issue branch, G-car. Clean up some rogue G-cars. On the right branch, right? Yeah. Biggest problem with AI, they never give me the answer I was seeking for. In the end, it's me finding the solution by myself anyways. Yeah, that's the other part of it. It's just... I don't understand how that has become such a hype machine. Like, it's not... Whatever. It's... Yeah. No, I didn't even run the turtles or anything. The funny part, too, is, like, Pidgin's been around forever, and Pidgin 2 API hasn't changed much over the past 20-some-odd years. And you cannot have ChatGPT write you a basic Pidgin plugin. It gets it all fucking wrong. Because it doesn't know what it's doing, right? And that's the part of it. And people think it looks magical, and sure, it's a nice party trick. But then the better things, like when they're like, oh, we're a year away from general AI, and like the big focus now is in having on agents that are trained on specific data, which is the complete opposite of general AI. But nobody wants to talk about that. It's just like, the hell. It's all smoke and mirrors. Yes, exactly. I gotta get the Rust one done. What I want to do is I want to put the poop emoji on top of the Rust crab and make that an emote too. But I keep forgetting to get it done. There's a big pile of shit. Yep. Should we start ignoring this file? Like, I don't know where this file came from. Like, it feels like I should be ignoring it, but I don't know. They committed this. Like, am I... I'm guessing you're not supposed to commit that. I don't know. Actually, let's see. What does GTK do? Well, they don't ignore it. I don't think Liv is going to have it. Yeah, they don't ignore it either. Oh, is that all the stuff I GC'd out? That might be. Yeah, they don't have the file here either. Yeah, so I don't know where that's coming from. I suppose I could ask. Let's see what they say. I'm like, I assume it's safe to ignore these files. Just haven't done it yet. Alright, so we need to pull the bodies out of here. Do we... I'm trying to decide how we want to do this. Let's go back to RFC 6120 real quick. Oh, we need to add the type in there too, because that's a thing. Like, where's the ABNF for message? Do they not have ABNF in here? Summary stream attributes, XML namespaces, content, stream error, syntax, define stream error conditions. All right, we're going to check 6121 because the message stuff might be in there. 6120 is for XMPP, the protocol. 6121 is for XMPP, the chat stuff, I believe. Yeah, instant messaging and presence. Oh, but no, this should be built on top of the same message stuff. Message syntax. Okay, here's the type attribute. Common use of this message standard in instant messaging applications include single messages, messages sent in the context of one-to-one chat messages, messages in the context of multi-user rooms, alerts, notifications, other information to which no reply is expected, and errors. These uses are differentiated via the type attribute. Inclusion of the type attribute is recommended. If included, the type attribute must have one of the following values. All right, so we don't have this at all. Which I don't know that we need it for link local messaging, but we'll see. So we got that. I guess we're gonna call this. Let's do it this way. We're making an enum for it. The message type. The type of enum to describe the type of a message. See. That's the right link? I don't think it is. RFC 6121 section 5.2.2. For more information. Shit, how do we do the rest of this? We don't have any enums here. Burb? Burb has enums? Yeah, Burb has air domains. I've got Burb on 7, maybe? Yeah. Okay. Oh, these aren't. Oh, Ibis is what I'm thinking of. I don't think I have Ibis open right now. 8 is. Yeah, right. I do not have Ibis open right now. It's fine. What? Oh, I'm in the wrong file. What the hell was this? What were we doing? Oh, no, it was hassle. It was definitely hassle. Like, we'll find it eventually. GS2 header. Alright, yeah, so there's no extra stuff there. Oh, right, we didn't put it as a markdown link. That's fine. Okay. And enumeration. Describe type of message. Okay, yep. Oh, oh. 6, 7. Alright, nothing there, but then type def enum z message type. We have to do this for stupid reasons. We're gonna call it a message type explicitly because, or it's, oh, actually no, we can do this message type. That's fine. Yeah. But the function name, the property name on the z message is going to be message type, because if we do type, we get a conflict because of the way they build GObject. It's silly, but it's not a problem anybody's solving today or in the past 20 years. The problem is you end up with you have to have for a GObject, you have to have a function named namespace instance name underscore get underscore type. Ideally, they would have made that get underscore G type, but they didn't. So anytime you have an object that has a type, you typically give it the instance name and then type name to work around that problem. Again, it's not ideal, but it happens. It sucks. Zeme message type unknown 0. But we want to set, okay, yep. That goes before the equals. Yeah. I'm gonna probably have to create that too. All right, but then we got chat. Wait, am I doing this wrong? Why do I always do this wrong? Yeah. You don't do upper camel case, you do upper snake case. This is what it's supposed to be, upper snake. No, we don't want that anymore, though. These are commas, not semicolons. So we got chat, error, group chat. Should we do group? No, they have it as one word. I don't even know how much that's actually used, but we'll see. Message type, headline. Normal. Okay, then we have to go and define all these up here. Yeah, we only put the since on the new ones, right? Oh, no, okay, we didn't put them there, it's fine. Message type is unknown. Message is for a chat. Error. Group chat. Headline. Headline. Message is, I would say a normal message. Okay. The Mason build, enum headers. The message.h. Value in the form of the enum's name. This is intended to be used to debug a person. The format of the output may change in the future. Alright, that's not great, but okay. That's fine. I was hoping we could do that to work around the stuff, but it's okay. It's not a big deal. Cool. I got message type. Yep. Sweet. Okay. Now we need to do the rest of it. Team message, get message type. It's the type of the message. Returns. Yep, great docs. That's the type of a message. Right. The message type unknown. I'm going to leave it that way for now because that'll make more sense later. Return if fail is message. If message type is not equal to type, message type equals type. G object notify piece back. G object message properties. Prop message type. Okay. The message type, message type. Set enum values e message get message type message. Z message set message type message e value get enum. I don't have it yet. Clearly, it is Friday and everybody has gone home. Nobody's talking anymore. It's fine. I'm not here to be the popular streamer. I'm here to get shit done. Also, if you're in the U.S., I hope you're doing the commercial boycott today. That's the word. Or you're trying to not spend money on any big companies because fuck them. And if you're gonna do anything, it's like Small Business Saturdays. We're just they decided to do it today. Too lazy for time. Yeah, it's fine. I'm just gotta engage every now and then rather than just randomly typing shit all the time. The type of the message. Sure. 0.1 properties prop message type g param spec enum message type no. Oh, I have to include that. Zeme type message type. Then the default's going to be Zeme message type normal. Gparam read write gparam static strings. Yeah, this default doesn't get called automatically though, so in it we are gonna say message type equals Zeme message type normal. Alright, and that should just work. Just watching me make good progress. Also trying to understand head scale in the background. Ah, you're looking at head scale? I keep meaning to look at head scale, but I haven't done anything with it yet. I'm like, tail scale is just easy and it works. Also, I fixed my magic DNS. I just used my local file and now it's happy. Like, my resolve conf, I had set to my local DNS. And it turns out that the magic DNS for tail scale will still forward to your normal DNS server. Which is good, because that's where Pi-hole's running. So, now I can do shit like SSH Reaper 05. Or, what the fuck? Or I can't. But I can when I put this back. I don't know who's doing this. Yeah, I don't have ResolveConf installed. So, I'm not sure what's going on there, but yep. Jakku with the raid. Welcome, welcome. How you doing, Jakku? How you been? What have you been up to? I've installed Jakku audience. What have you been up to, man? What were you streaming today? Wait, was today... You guys were going to start doing... No, that was Wednesday. You guys were doing office hours. But yeah, if you all don't know Jakku, he is a hacker out of Chicago. And he does all sorts of crazy stuff, including he runs a company now called Warp World, which builds a Twitch extension called Crowd Control that will let you mess with streamers as they're playing games and stuff. So yeah. But yeah, what were you up to today, man? Hope you're doing well. Are you making it up here for CypherCon? Or are you too good to grace us with your presence? So. Alright, unit test. You're playing Curiosity? What is Curiosity? I don't know what that game is. We'll be on a road trip that week? Lame. That sucks. You could come up for Midwest Gaming Classic on the weekend. It's the same, like, the calendar's so stupid for this week, right? So, B-Sides Milwaukee is April 2nd, right? So B-Sides Milwaukee, April 2nd, right? And then CypherCon, April 3rd through the 4th. And then Midwest Gaming Classic. You always miss CypherCon. Well, stop. Oh, I don't want Wikipedia. So that was the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, right? And then Midwest Gaming Classic, April 4th through April 6th. And then Wisconsin Oddities Convention. This should be stream safe. Where's your dates, man? This is... Or, what? No, I thought this was the same time. Maybe it's a different one. Oh, no, it's 3. Milwaukee, 4th and 5th. 5th and 6th at the Baird Center, which is where the Midwest Gaming Classic is, which is also where CypherCon is. So, like, the entire week is just shit. I don't know that I'm going to go to the Oddities Conference, but we'll see. Early access game by some folks with grant. Oh, that's okay. That one. I know Pooh was working on a game. I don't know that I ever caught the name. He was working on like 1 or 2 of them, wasn't he? You're out the 4th through the 8th of the road trip. Gotcha. Yeah, it sucks. One day. I was trying to convince Cory Doctorow to come to CypherCon because he's in Chicago the 2nd through the 4th for a book signing, and then he's doing another talk or something. I was like, dude, come on up to CypherCon. I was like, I can't make it down to his book signing because I'm gonna be at B-Sides. So I'm like, come up. Like, I'm sure they will give you a guest of honor. You'll be fine. he's like, I'll be traveling because he's doing a huge book tour right now. But yeah, which yeah, sure, we can mention that here. So he's doing a new podcast. You might have heard him mention it if you listen to Cory's stuff. You might have heard him mention it a couple podcasts ago. He's doing a podcast on open source and like how it's not, I don't want to say shitification proof. I'm totally messing this up. I'd have to look at the email for the description. But anyway, so that's going to release sometime in April. And I am included in one of the people he interviewed. And some of the other people he interviewed, I feel like I'm way out of my league. But that's supposed to release in April. So we're trying to get Pidgin 3 Experimental 2 as polished as possible beforehand, because that's supposed to release March 31st, which is right before CypherCon and all that other bullshit and all that. And then shortly after that, Cory's going to release that audio-only podcast series. So it's just like, there's so much crap to do. Let's go. So, yeah. But no, CypherCon should be fun. But I'll probably only go to the Gaming Classic for like a day, check out the vendor floor. And that's probably it. I don't do a whole lot there. Like, games are fun, but I have more fun programming. So, it is what it is. I did give you a shout out. So, well, if you haven't ran away yet, so what's the deal with Curiosity? I mean, feel free to give it a pitch. All right, we needed to do the get type thing. I'll put that in the properties test. We are also gonna say zine message type equals zine message type unknown. Message type equals zine message get message type zine message g assert compare uint. Actually, I think it's, yeah, it should be uint. Z message type. That's the wrong one. Normal. Well, that's fun. Oh, yeah, I didn't include the enum thing. I was like, I have to do this, and then I forgot. How's it going, Margos? How you been? $305. I was like, what the hell is LTNS? Like, oh, long time no see. I'm like, I didn't miss Margot saying something early, did I? Just snub me. Only wants to talk to Swills. I see how it is. All right. First step of that test done. Test message. Message type. Oh, it's the get. Azim. Message type headline. Uint message type equals the message type headline. Okay, cool. So that gives us the type property, which we're gonna need. We still have to figure out how we're gonna do the body stuff, but we'll do this as a separate pull request just to get this done. And I'm trying to decide if we want to do a special type of message body, like a separate type for it, and then store the language with it that way. I need to look at is that formatting text 393. Jeez. Oh yeah. This is not the XHTML one. What is this one? This is a new one. Okay, that's interesting. Well, he came in a Cabo the other day during the whole Pirate Roach incident. They're saying the programming streams were more celeb streams when talking about Pirate and Primogen. Said you have to go back to watching the real coders like Grim and Swill. Oh, awesome. Thank you. What's the Pirate Roach incident, though? I'm not familiar with that. I don't know what happened. I have comments on that whole thing, but I'm just gonna stay quiet. I'm really curious on what this was. Pirate roaching out early in the same day with the same... What? I don't know what that means for roaching out. But okay. Thor was playing... I don't know what the HC WoW is, but okay. And ran out of a dungeon under questionable circumstances. Ran out to save himself. Okay. Oh, that's what the roach means. Okay, gotcha. Any of your teammates is not good. Okay, gotcha. I've never played an MMORPG. So, like, I don't know under this. Oh, hardcore. Death equals deleted character. Ah, okay, gotcha. Thank you for taking the time to explain. I appreciate it. Yeah, I can see that being a thing. Yeah. So where did I come up? Where did we come up in discussions like that? Or is it just like with you and friends or something? Okay, this is just like the markdown style simple messaging. This isn't what we want. I want the XHTML. Oop. Two people in your guild were arguing who had better programming creds, Pirate or Primogen. Okay. Ah, this looks better. 2003 is when this came out. I say they were both more celeb versus Cody on stream. I don't know. I'm still miffed that Prime killed my VIP badge. I had it a year ago, and somewhere between now and then it's gone. Gotcha. Yeah. No, appreciate it. Yeah. The funnier part too is like I haven't seen when Thor's been on lately, but like Prime only streams to just chatting now too. Oh yeah, Anthony too. Although I haven't caught one of his streams in a while either. Oh, I guess that's different. Can you have that with a language? I'd say Chrissy Codes writes a lot of stuff too, but she started a new job a while back, and I don't know the last time she streamed. It's been a while. But I don't know, the programming category has gotten like this isn't, this is an observation. This is not a critique. It's declined quite a bit. Even the viewers. I'm the goat. I don't know about that. You spelled fool wrong. When your friends was talking about some streaming coder that he liked, and I tuned in, and all the dude did was strike up a doobie and watch the colors on his IDE. I have a feeling who that might have been. Or yeah, okay, yeah, that's who I thought. Some coding guy. I think he quit doing code on stream and does games now. Code on stream doesn't really work, at least for him. Maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Am I following them? So, to be very blunt, I used to try to do a lot to support other programming streamers and stuff like that. Make sure I'm following them, raid them, all that sort of stuff too, right? The problem is that it's not that didn't get reciprocated, but it didn't get reciprocated by the big ones, right? And like the Twitch etiquette is you're not supposed to raid a bigger stream, right? And that's fine, right? Because like it comes off as tacky, but like I don't know, they're the big programming streamers now. They tend not to raid the smaller streamers. They tend not to be worried about the programming community on Twitch. That's my observation. I haven't been paying very close attention. It's very possible that's wrong, right? I'm not trying to say anybody's doing anything good or bad. They can do whatever they want. It's fine. But from what I've seen, it seems like they're more interested in their stuff than they are in creating a good community of programming streamers on Twitch. But that's just been my observation, right? I haven't paid attention to the big ones in a while because most of the time their streams aren't for me. But likewise, that means their audience probably isn't for me either. So whatever. Remember that one time you rated that guy and he banned everyone who posted an emote in his chat because we are professional? Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Do we name shame? Swales, I'm sure you ran into that guy. That would be Jonathan Blow. They were busy getting real work done, and because one of the raiders posted the raid message twice, they lost their shit. It's one of the reasons why I don't do raid messages anymore, but it's also why I specifically don't raid or even follow him anymore. Oh, was it you? Okay, I didn't remember who it was, but like regardless, it shouldn't matter. like if you don't want to be raided, turn off raids, right? Like you can do that. Maybe you couldn't do it back then, but you can definitely do it now. You poked the poked the bear. Nice. That's a nice emote. Have you been streaming more? I didn't realize you had your own emotes. Oh, you're up to 99 followers. Are you? Oh yeah, you even have affiliate now. Nice. Oh, okay, but you haven't streamed. Well, you don't have a VOD for the last year, whatever. So, but yeah, it's just yeah. Wow, right, yeah. What seems pretty simple? I gotta get this keyboard tray figured out. It's got like rubber things, adhesive rubber things you put on the C clamps, so like it doesn't scratch your desk. But the problem is the pressure just pushes them out, and then like the vibration of me typing, it just slowly comes out. It's really annoying. All right, so this body would be different, so that's fine. Cold Bullet started streaming, then I don't know who that is either. Holy shit, 60,000 subscribers. I don't know who Code Bullet is, but sure, whatever. We'll give a follow. Follows are free. It's fine. Oh, it's able to turn off raids. Yeah. Sent deck. I don't know any of these people. Why do I not know any of these people? Well, then again, whatever. I'm always weird because I stream at weird times. Huh. Interesting. Funny YouTube AI program? All right. Ugh. We didn't do. Oh, yeah. Oh, right. We were looking. Okay. I was getting a step ahead of myself. T-Sody is all right. He and I disagree on a number of things. Use AI to stomp people multiplayer Tetris and such. Nice. I wonder if he's killed me in Tetris 99. That plays GTA 5? Okay. Zoom.message. Yep, have a good one, Swills. Catch you later. Have a good weekend, and see you when I see you. With higher level control from chat? Okay. Interesting. 3871. Did I run the test under Valgrind? I don't know what I did. It's almost 5. I gotta go grocery shopping not tonight yet. I still didn't even put together a grocery list. Pretty sure if you look up clips, you still have a few funny ones. Okay. Oh, on Centex? Okay. Although Twitch highlights are supposed to start getting deleted soon, too. Oh, on your channel. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, if you have highlights and stuff, they're trying to push people to export them to YouTube or something, so they don't have to host them anymore, which is, you know, understandable. Posting video forever sucks. All right, so do we want to create a message body type? I think we do. Although, holy crap, I just realized how hungry I am. It's been 3.5 hours. I had soup for lunch. It was, well, specifically, it was dill pickle chowder. So not just like soup, it was chowder. So bit more oomph to it, but yeah. Oh, Gajim 2.0 released? Nice. Think too about hosting people's photos. Yeah, yeah. Did I talk to you about the photo recommendations and the photo slideshows that your app has been giving me sometimes? Like, you guys need a way to detect, like, if I hadn't, I'll put it this way. If there is a shit ton of photos of a pet on one day and then nothing, be careful about creating videos for that pet. Or just person in general too, right? Because yeah, I keep getting Google photo collages and shit of the day I had to put Big Boy down. Yeah. Oh, okay. So we did talk about this. Yeah. And yeah, it fucking sucks, man. And you're just like, yeah. Let's message type. If you go to the people page and hide that cluster, it won't make memories of it? Okay. I'll have to look at that. The funnier part, too, is it gets confused with cats pretty often. So there's a couple feral cats that I've taken pictures of outside that look similar to Slater, and it'll mix them in with collages of Slater. And it's just like, yeah, well, that's the thing. All right, so we've got 2 from type and language. Language on the message. The body element contains human readable XML character data that is specifies the contextual contents of the message. Child element is normally this child element is normally included, but is optional. You have a bug in your account where it thought I had a third cat, which are just when the 2 of them are in a pile. Nice. There are no attributes defined on the body element, with the exception of the lang attribute. Multiple instances of the body element may be included in a message stanza for the purpose of providing alternative versions of the same body, but only if each instance possesses an XML lang attribute with a distinct language value, either explicitly or by inheritance from the XML lang value of the element further up in the XML hierarchy. Oh, interesting. Which from the sender's perspective can include the XML stream header as described in that. Fuck, that might become a problem for us, right? Like this. Oh, actually, no, I think we're okay with that. We would look it up based on the. Oh, actually, I don't know that we'd know it. Oh, that's gonna be annoying. I'll have to figure it out. Okay, but yeah, so this is just character data and a language tied to it. Oh, but there's a subject too. Subject. Oh, wait, no, we already did subject too, right? We have subject and bodies here. Yeah. What would we want to call this? What's a simple name for a string like a string that also has a language tied to it? I don't want to say quote, right? But like here, I don't know what language CS is. But you know, it's got a subject in which is presumably English, then whatever this is, and a subject in whatever that is, then a body which is in English, and then a body that's in that. Like, what would we call this data structure? I guess we could like international string. That sounds weird though, right? Um, I don't want to call it a translated string. Like, what the fuck would you call this? I guess localized string. I said that before, didn't I? No, I said internationalized. What's the difference between internationalized and localized? I believe localized is like currency and shit, where international is a string. After yeah. Internationalization is the process of designing software application. Oh, right. Okay, so this is making it possible, right? You add international support, but localization is done for each locale. So I guess localized string would make sense. So let's build that out real quick. It's going to be silly, but the point of this is that we're going to make it a G object so that we could, in theory, have a G list model and other bullshit like that in Pidgin and whatever that can just take the list and go from there. And actually, we'd probably put it as a G list model here. Yeah, and make a collection or something around it. I don't know that we have time to do all this to make this thing work, but I'd rather do it right the first time. Although it is 5 o'clock. I think we're going to actually cut it here because I'm getting hungrier and hungrier. And like I said, I have to go grocery shopping too. Oh, do. Um. Trying to. Oh, there's a lot more people on than I'm normally. I could use a whole lot of people to raid. But I think we're gonna go over there. All right, we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna go raid coding with strangers. If you don't want to join the raid, you can go ahead and hit cancel above Twitch chat. Otherwise, there's nothing else you need to do. In the meantime, be sure to follow on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube and hit the notification bell for your desired level of notifications. In the meantime, you can find links to all my social media right over here. I do announce on my Mastodon when I'm going to go live, but you know, hang out and talk there, whatever, blah blah blah. Or you can also join us on the officially unofficial Pidgin Discord as well. Yeah. I don't know. I may or may not be on more this weekend or something, but otherwise I'll be on Monday night like normal. Well, I should be. I have a Kubernetes update I have to do Monday morning at like 2 in the morning. So I may be sleepy and may not actually be streaming on Monday. But I don't know. We'll figure it out and see where it goes from there. But all right. Anyways, thank you everybody for coming by tonight or today, whatever freaking time zone it is, and I'll talk to you all later. Have a good one. Adios.